So, last time on Sab Wars, our intrepid heroes made their way across the galaxy, quite literally, to the planet of Tuscora, where, you believe, Ivy's sister, Kalisha, is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is my
Shortly.
favorite Gandalf meme, by the way. The one Scout just posted.
That's a pretty good one. So, shortly after arriving, your trusty astromech droid hacked into the local security net and pulled up a video that showed your sister being approached by a couple of bounty hunters, and then a fight happened and they died under mysterious circumstances, by which I mean obviously lightsabers. So the whole city is now on alert looking for your sister because apparently somebody very important, someone Sith, has put out a bounty on her. And then, before you could follow up on that, Stark got a 911 text from HQ saying that there's some shit going on here on the planet. Some shit that, if it goes badly, could spark the outbreak of another war. And so, Stark, being an intelligence operative, has been activated. And you have boarded the Dame and jetted off to some coordinates you received, where hopefully you can prevent whatever catastrophe the Republic has gotten itself into this time. And that is where we pick up.
It begins.
Another important mission for us to save the day.
Right. I forgot. We have to stop the Cold War from going hot.
We'll do our best.
What did we agree on? I remember we had one person sniper position and one person.
Yes.
There were plans.
Well,
Indeed,
let's hear 'em.
I was given a fold-out sniper rifle to sit on the grassy knoll and traded it off for my blaster carbine, so they wouldn't be unarmed going in.
Mm-hmm. Ivy has given you the blaster sniper. Now, does anyone else have any preparations or special equipment they'd like to get on hand during the short trip halfway across the planet?
Armor up.
Probably a good choice.
I'm going to grab some of my demolition charges.
Never know when some good C4 can come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna stow them in my good
In your
good
gooch,
smuggling
right.
compartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in your gooch.
Hmm.
Right in the tin tank.
God damn it, you guys.
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't think that I have anything on hand for prepping with. I will. Actually, is it possible to get a sand cloak, like something nice and beige and stealthy?
Yeah, I'm sure there's something along those lines on the ship you can grab.
Yeah.
Real quick, saving. You know that black and white thing I got from Dear Editor that also had what's her name in it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen look at what's her name? Sorry, I'm really spacey today, but what's her name's expression? Cass's expression. Like, look at Cass's expression, and then I'm pretty sure I found a reference she used for that.
Okay.
I'll put it in voice chat text. I'm sorry. It just made me giggle. It's pretty much the exact same expression.
All right. Sis, is there anything you want to do on the ship before you find out whatever Stark's gotten you into?
Who are you talking to?
You.
All of it? Oh, me.
I think everyone else has gotten their chance.
I mean, aside from like grab all my medkits and my weapons. Okay. I had been hitting the sauce pretty hard last session. Did I already make sure to like try to tap any contacts or something here? Pretty sure I did. I have a vague
Yes.
memory of that.
Also, you gave Valesh your sniper rifle,
Okay.
so that
Then
she
I will
can
just take a
cover.
blaster because she's that makes sense because I think she's better with a blaster than I am.
Yes.
I am. I gave you my blaster carbine, so you're not without one still. And be right back. Restart computer.
Wait, I have a pistol.
But now you have a carbine, which is even better.
Okay, Scout's gonna be gone. Did I tell her that it has the flash round ability like in the game?
We can assume you did.
Okay.
I think she's seen it do that. So.
Yeah, I know she's played the game through all the classes, but I just wanted to make sure because I did ask Saban when I got the weapon if I could have that from the game.
I mean, I think Lilesh has seen it do that before.
No, I've never actually been able to use it.
No, you've used it at least once.
Well, wasn't that with the fight that I immediately got shot in the back and it was before I could fire? I got just shot in the back a bunch of times and I tried to load a flash. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but I think you got it off. Because I remember people making saves against it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I can tell you where you've used it. You used it in the Dai Bendu temple.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
when-
telling everyone to close their eyes.
Mm.
And Scout saying that her eyes were already closed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind then. But no, aside from like grabbing gear and making sure the girls are perky as usual, I don't have anything.
Okay. So, who's in the pilot seat here? H1, I assume?
She is our pilot.
Alright, so H1, you follow the coordinates you were given by Stark, and it takes you a goodly ways across the planet to a much smaller settlement than the one pictured here, maybe in total the size of the big Cosmodrome. When you get within visual range of the settlement, however, you can see that it has rapidly become a war zone down there. You can see blaster bolts streaking through the sky and rushing between buildings. There is the sound of explosions as some large structure is hit by maybe a thermal detonator, and half of it crumbles in on itself. Something bad is going down there, and it's hard, if not impossible, to tell what at this distance. You can vaguely make out figures in windows or running between alleyways. Maybe there's some sort of running firefight going on in the town.
Well, our guys, our landing zone is hot.
We don't have guns on this, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. We have the manually controlled guns, right?
There are turrets, and there's the
There's a
turrets
door
that you
gun.
guys- There's a door gun, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay as long as we don't hear the Wilhelm scream. It hasn't gotten too bad.
I don't know what that is.
How do you not know what the Wilhelm scream is? Like,
The only Wilhelm I know is from Borderlands.
It's a generic stock sound effect used in like every movie for like when people scream.
For
Okay.
when like an extra dies.
Okay, I just looked it up. No, I know what you're talking about. First used in 1951, by the way.
I believe it appears in every Star Wars movie too.
Well, like the great thing about stuff like that, like laugh tracks and stuff like that, every single person that you hear on a laugh track is dead. because they recorded those in the 40s.
That's grim.
Well, that's depressing.
Yeah,
You are listening to nothing but dead people.
you're listening to
The
the
mirth
laughter
of the dead.
people.
Anyway, so yeah, as H1 flies you closer, a couple of blaster bolts ping off of the shielding, sending waves of energy, almost blinding you. Before
Who's
you,
shooting at us again?
you don't know. Somebody down there is shooting a lot. However,
Should we shoot back?
Unknown.
We're meant to look for an asset. I have no fucking idea what they look like. Oh, this is great intel.
How are we supposed to find somebody in the middle of a war zone? And
I'm going to go and return their greeting in kind.
wait, the last thing we need is for you to randomly shoot the one person we were supposed to save.
But I mean, if he has the intellect, he or she has the intellect to know, they won't, well, at least be outside of, the people firing at us. I just want to shoot at the people who are shooting directly at us. It'll
Who
be
are we searching
fine.
for?
I don't know.
you don't know. You got the information that there is a critical Republic asset in danger here, which clearly somebody's in danger. Possibly
Well, I guess
you
we
now.
start looking visually. Do
They
they?
didn't give us a description.
No, they didn't.
This
What's
is
the-
terrible intel.
What's the name of the Star Wars equivalent of radio? Is it just radio?
Probably.
Communicators?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just,
Are you
Like-
thinking of broadcasting on an open channel? Because that would.
well, because, communications can be jammed in Star Wars, so it's probably just radio, because, quantum entangled can't be jammed.
And yeah, I'm thinking of using
Hey, Scout.
code phrases over an open channel. Yes, it's an open channel, but it'll be code phrases. And if a person isn't near our radio, we're never going to find them before they die. So.
Alright, so yeah, Stark makes his way up to the cabin and pulls up the radio, and as he's doing so, you see a flare light up in the town on top of one of the larger buildings, the one that got hit by the thermal detonator. In fact, what's left of its roof is starting to crumble in, but there is a lone figure on there trying to wave you down with a red and green flare.
I will
shoot
go
at-
up. I will.
Please do not shoot at the guy.
You didn't let me finish. And I wanted Kanathis to finish, so go ahead, Kanathis.
I will. Seeing the flare, I will direct the ship up and to the roof, towards the roof.
I am going to shoot at people that aren't the guy waving us in.
So you're gonna kick open the door and man the door gun.
No, I'm just going to operate the turret.
No, the ventral turret. Okay.
Yeah, because we B-52 bomber now, guys.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
no, that's why starfighters can blow up capital ships, is because George Lucas was obsessed with World War II. That's why ship guns have actually have to be operated and be loaded in with canisters,
Mhm.
because he loved it. So I'm going to operate the B-52 ball turret, strap myself in case it kind of blows apart. I don't want to fall at the bottom.
This is such a tangent.
No, it's not. I literally just said what I'm doing.
Alright, Lalesh, you look through macro binoculars as the ship hurtles toward the town, and you can see that the figure you guys are approaching is a human, male, maybe mid-40s, salt and pepper beard. He's wearing heavy combat armor with a poncho over it that's been riddled with blaster bolt holes. He looks like he barely survived a brush with a thermal detonator. There's big scorch marks all over him now. And he's got a blaster carbine on a sling on his chest as he's waving you in. And yeah, if you want to sit in the turret, you can see that too, Ivy. And also, you are present to see him get shot in the head and flop on his face.
Oh. Okay, that kills the idea I was about to go.
I hope he wasn't any of your friends.
Another Star Wars tidbit. You know the purple-haired lady in the latest movie?
Yes.
If you watch her during the scene, you can see her lips moving when she's firing her blaster. It's because the artist kept saying pew, 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 and so they literally had to turn off her mic for that. She literally would not stop saying pew, pew, pew every time she
That's
squeezed the
funny.
trigger.
That's funny. Okay, I guess someone needs to jump out and grab his body. You could have the intel.
If you want to keep the ship hovering, I can jump down and then try to force jump back up.
Well, do so quickly.
I'll give you cover from the door gun.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Kid.
I didn't know it was 12 suddenly.
And what is this?
I'm 12. What is this? All right, jump. Let's. How high up are we? Are we doing fall damage?
I mean, it depends on how far you fall, but like beyond like 10 feet, you might start wanting to make rolls.
I'm a Jedi. Can't I just like force control bullshit fall damage?
Oh yeah, sure.
I will tie a fucking synth rope around you first.
I'm not going to be like actually trying to aim and specifically hit people. I'm just going to be providing covering fire and just blowing up, just basically shooting all around. Suppressive fire. There we
you're
go.
Not in a you're not in like a repeating blaster cannon. You are in a laser cannon. That's way more dangerous. You're gonna make explosions happen.
Okay. So one, no on the synth rope, because unless that's a bungee rope, that'll literally just gut me as I fall down.
For getting back up, you spanner.
Oh, if you want to throw it down, then yeah, sure. As long as you're not gonna be like, okay.
Oh, no, it'll be longer than 10 feet, so you can jump down with it still tied to the ship, so that you can get fucking skyhooked back out if things get very bad all of a sudden.
Okay,
Hey,
that
Saban,
makes...
are our turrets like Clone Wars beam?
Oh my god!
What? Fine, whatever.
Okay. Yes, these are anti-fighter turrets. And what DCL? Cough, cough, cough.
I was
That's
just
right, you
like...
fucking choke.
God damn it. Well, yeah, continuing the jump off. After I get the synth rope tied around me.
Okay.
If I need to make rolls, I'll use force control to try to cushion the blow.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. For a short fall, DC 5.
Which one do I use again? Alright, this one.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you do the superhero landing. Boom. Doesn't even hurt. And yeah, you see this soldier fellow on the ground in front of you. I don't think you would recognize it immediately, but we see, as an audience, as you get near his body, he's lying on his back, mouth agape, and he's got a pair of dog tags on his chest that definitely are Republic. That's something that Stark would recognize were he looking at it, but yeah, you're just a Sith cat.
Have I ever seen Stark's dog tags?
I don't know, that's a good question. Have you? Like, Stark, do you still wear your tags?
In the boot, not around the neck.
Well, either way,
So
let's
Cal
hoist
probably hasn't seen them.
let's hoist up this body and try to make the jump back up.
Alright, so as you are grabbing the body, a pair of figures jump up from the rubble of this collapsing roof and start running at you. As the roof falls in, they are rushing up the wreckage. Each of them is wearing a pitch black uniform, body tight, and then covered with armored plates, with a sword in one hand and a heavy pistol in the other, firing wildly as they close.
They don't look like Republican troops, do they?
No, these are definitely Sith
agents.
agents of some kind.
All right, fair enough. Then,
So I am giving him covering fire with the
Mhm.
door gun, and
Yeah, if you want to roll a gunnery test, or I suppose a blaster test since this is just the door gun, you may do so. They will, of course, try to dodge because this will kill them if it hits.
and this is just the door gun. It's not the turret. I'm not sure if Ivy's shooting the turret in this direction or the other one, though. So
I mean, your gun still does 8d damage, so
it might not be fatal.
it might not be fatal. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like if they
Maybe.
get hit with that, they're probably dead. Like, I'm not going to roll armor. They just get evaporated.
And if not, I'll drop down to the ground, like just firing off, like just around the corner, just try and deck them with sniper fire.
Dodge, they have 4, modifier 0. Target number is, this is basically short range, so... Okay, yeah, so you hit one of them, splatter him. The other guy, like, just falls back, lets the collapsing roof carry him down out of your line of fire as Cal grabs the corpse and is hoisted back up into the ship. And then what do? Because there's still blaster fire happening all around you. There is still a firefight going on. You can see shots coming into your building and out of it from other floors, even as
First
it's
off-
crushing down.
first, before we leave, we need to check to make sure this is the guy we were even coming for. So I suppose we do a quick search on his body and try to see if there's anything that identifies him as a Republican informant and not just a random soldier.
Alright, yeah, so you, of course, see these dog tags around his neck. I think Stark would immediately recognize the armor as, like, basic Republic infantry armor that's just had the tags filed off. It's been spray painted down, but the blaster bolt impacts on it have taken some of the paint off, showing the white and orange coat underneath. And he has a data pad on him that is still active, like he was using it just before before his untimely demise, which has a message open saying that there is help on the way. Stand by with flares.
This was just a signalman.
We're gonna have to go back down.
Yeah, gonna have to go inside.
Land the ship. We're going to have to try to, I suppose, disarm the firefight. There's Sith
Land?
here.
I don't believe there's much to land on.
H1 says as like the entire upper floor of the building just crunches down.
Good point. So,
I can
Does
bring you
everybody
guys
feel
into
them
one of the
jumping?
lower levels and just hover there. As long as they're not firing at us with some kind of anti-aircraft weapon, the shields will stop their blaster fire
Circle.
for a while.
Ivy, keep doing what you're doing. Lil, sniper rifle, another turret, a door gun. Either works.
Yep. On it.
are we going in or are we circling around?
We're going in, kid.
Alright. Making sure. Well, let's get lightsaber in hand. Won't turn it on yet, but the hilt will be unequipped. I mean, in my hand. It'll be equipped. And suppose we're getting lowered down in.
Okay, so H1, as you bring the ship in to deposit your friends, I think Ivy's the first one to see it. From a building across from you, one of the buildings where shots are coming from into the building you're lowering your friends into, you see another of these black-clad figures brace in a window with some sort of shoulder-fired weapon and aims it at
Uh-oh.
your ship.
Evasive maneuvers.
And I will
Hold
try
on.
and blap that fucko.
I will shoot at them with my large cannon guns.
How
Alright.
far out are we from actually getting inside the building?
You're like 10 feet up off the ground, so it's gonna hurt if you just get like slung off the rope.
Well, so should me and Steric be trying to jump out at this point?
That's up to you.
I have a jetpack.
I'm jumping.
Okay, Cal jumps, Stark jetpacks as H1 takes evasive maneuvers. H1, would you give me a starship piloting roll? Add on the Damocles maneuverability of 1D.
Forget, this is my. I haven't used this macro one. Is this one? Let me just. Where? Wait, what happened to all my other? Oh wait, it's in the. That's right. It's of 1D.
Yes.
So that's my pilot. Wow. Wow! Let me do one more D from the ship. Fuck.
I really hope I hit him.
Owen Wilson, wow.
214112. Are you joking? Suck my.
Alright, so yeah, the Damocles gets hit by a rocket as Ivy and Lil shred this guy with the turrets. But he gets a rocket off. It slams into your shields, knocks the ship sideways, flings the rope around like a whip that almost bashes your friends in the head, but they dove down in time. The ship is momentarily stunned. Your panels blast with electricity, sparks fly, but you're okay. And then, Stark, Cal, you are on the roof of this collapsing building. You can hear shots all over the place. There are blaster bolts going over your head, into the building, out of the building. There's a thermal detonator explodes somewhere like right outside in an alleyway, sending shock waves up. What do you
Stark,
do?
I saw some of the Sith troopers go inside the building. That's probably where the contact is.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna point this new rotary grenade shotgun cannon at a bit of the ceiling and just blast an entrance hole.
Isn't the building already crumbling down a lot?
Yeah, but there isn't necessarily a hole we can go through, so if there is one, then never mind, but if there isn't a,
Yeah, it's less that
Steric
there's like
pallet-sized
holes
hole, I'll
forming
make
so
one.
much as the entire floor is just crumpled in on itself. So yeah, you are able to take a grenade, boom, put a hole right through the roof, and yeah, you and Cal can jump in or rope down, whichever you prefer.
Jump on him.
Alright, so H1 Ivy, Lil, you see your friends disappear into a breach. There is the sound of blasters. You see a couple of bolts come up out of the hole. And then you see more of these black-clad figures start running out of a building across from this one, through an open street and towards it. Looks like there's about a dozen of them, all armed with pistols and swords.
I think breaking them with door gunfire seems like a good fucking idea.
Alright, give me a blasters roll.
And this is why it mattered for my question from earlier. What kind of guns are these? Because you can use different strategies to do different things. If this is like...
This is the same kind of thing the Falcon has, the pew 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 pew.
Okay. Well, then I rather than trying to like rake the entire area, if it was like a Gatling laser, I want to because I might not be able to hit all of them, but I want to shoot in front of them to like destroy and like blow up the street in front of them.
Look, man, it's Star Wars. You shoot a heavy blaster bolt next to somebody in the sand. The sand explodes and they all fall over.
I think that's pretty much
Which is how
exactly
it
what Ivy was
works.
saying.
And That's fine. My question was, is this like a Gatling laser, a beam, or like,
Mm.
something that'll explode when I actually shoot the ground? So I could stop them from running that way.
Right. So, give me a starship gunnery test, because you are using the big gun.
Mechanical?
Mm-hmm. Mechanical.
Okay. My target number question mark?
Yeah. Question mark. The higher you get, the better you do.
I'm not good at starship gunnery, guys.
Okay. Between the two of you, you are able to blast probably 4 of them before the others scatter out, make it hard for you to hit, and then dive in through the front door, or what's left of it anyway.
Starek, enemy reinforcements have entered the building.
So yeah, meanwhile, Stark, you and Cal jump into the breach you've made, and right into the middle of a group of these black-clad warriors. They turn in surprise as debris and booted Republic flesh slams down upon them.
Lightsaber time.
Yeah, I think you and Cal both can just death from above one of them each. Lightsaber, gun butt just slamming into a dude. And then, yeah, we're going to switch over to yield combat rounds as things get frisky.
What? The Shy's dead.
I know. Every time we come to the combat, it's just her dead token up there.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, I hadn't realized it was still there.
Yep. Always and forever.
It's there as a reminder. This could be you.
Yeah, it could be you at any moment. Yeah, so make sure your perceptions are in order, and I'm going to add a few of these friends here. Let's see, what's your perception, friendo? That is a mighty 4. Or rather, alright, H1, what's the plan?
I should be after Cal.
Alright. Boop. One day the game will remember. Ivy doesn't appear to
Also,
be on
Ivy
board.
exists.
Well, I'm going. This is there are windows on the floors, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to try to keep. I'm going to try to give Starek and Cal support through Lilash.
This is just your dex, right?
Your perception.
And so I'm going to try and keep the ship level with their floor so that Lilash can door gun through the windows if the opportunity arises.
Alright, that sounds like a solid plan. So you are going to be a little bit up. Alright, Ivy.
Covering fire.
Okay. Cal, there are still 2 of these black-clad warriors immediately in your vicinity, like within 2 or 3 meters.
Oh, within 2 or 3 meters, you say?
Yeah.
That calls for some lightsabering.
Sounds
what the
like leaning distance to me, yeah.
What did I spend my points on?
Mm.
I'm looking up. I think I spent them on. Yeah, I must have spent. Yeah, I spent them on control. Never mind. We'll have to go. We'll have to say. Let's lightsaber 1, and then cause I'm feeling frisky. Wait, can you? You have to do it in a different segment if you want to lightsaber another one, right? You can't make 2. Yeah. Why not? Let's try to get the both of them.
Okay. Stark.
Assume one of them's gonna move, but whatever.
Alright, which one is Carl going after first? I will, I'll give my rotary gun a little spin and shotgun the other one in the chest. You never did give me damage for the shotgun version of this.
Oh, there's a shotgun version? I thought it was just a grenade launcher.
No, that was why I spent 10 skill points instead of 5, so I could, do alternative ammo types and stuff.
Okay, so you do have like shot shells loaded in addition to grenades? Doing the old Vin Diesel thing? Alright, cool. If it's the shotgun, it's probably going to do 5d damage, and then for each range category out, it'll reduce its damage by 1.
Cool. I'll
So, whoops.
make a note of that then. What are the actual ranges on it?
Let's
shotgun.
use... Let me pull out the gear chart. Let's see, does this have ranges on it? Or do I actually have to open the rulebook like some sort of scrub?
Let's
Oh, you're
assume
gonna
you
make
have
me
to
open the
open
rulebook, you
rulebook.
bastards. You bastards.
You know what? For now, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you are
I'm
literally at
definitely
point-blank
within
range no matter
close,
what, but...
so-
The good news is that all of the mechanical information in this book is literally at the back, so I can just scroll to the end. Here we go. Let's use the holdout blaster ranges. So short range is up to 4 meters, medium is 5 meters, long is up to 12.
Okay, so 4,
Also, we should
5,
probably
12,
start at
yeah?
60 damage, since that way it'll actually be better to use it short range than a blaster rifle. So,
Sure.
4, 8, 12 are its range categories.
Oh, 8! I thought you said 5.
That's the end of medium range, but yes. So up to 4, up to 8, and then up to 12.
Okay.
Alright, so you're shooting the closest dude. Would you like to take any other actions?
Since I'm in combat armor, no.
Probably a good choice. Alright. Assassins are each going to take a melee strike in turn 1 against each of you. And Lil, I assume you're going to be lighting these guys up.
Yes, I will do shoot.
All right. So yeah, let's start with you, Lil. Go ahead and make a blaster's roll.
Sure thing.
Oh, I guess I should ask before you roll. Do you want to shoot at just one this turn or both?
I will shoot at the second one.
Okay. So yeah, that guy will indeed end up dodging this round.
Okay. Is there anything giving me a bonus?
No. And you are
Okay.
at effectively short range, so he will have a plus, or his base defense is 10.
Wait, are you shooting your gun or are you shooting?
I'm shooting big gun turret.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of like the
Starship
minigun in the side of
gunnery
a.
turret. Or the door turret.
Door.
Or the door gun. Okay.
Door, not gunnery.
Yeah,
I'm not
this
firing
is
a
the
gunnery
equivalent of
weapon
like the
into a building.
minigun in the door of a Blackhawk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worthless at Starship gunnery. I will use this one because I can still make blaster rolls.
So it's not something we should be worried about friendly fire. Is what you're...
No.
No.
Okay. Or leveling the entire building.
Also, probably not.
Okay.
Unless I really concentrate the fuck out of some fire at stuff that looks foundation-y, probably not.
All right, it should be fine. All right.
Sorry, what was the defense adding to my roll or something? You were
No,
going
he's
to say?
not. Wow. Okay.
Well, great. This is a good roll right there.
Yeah, so this guy just ninja flips away from these minigun rounds as you tear through the building.
You know, I'd ask that you make me do a knowledge roll, so I'm not.
Yeah, sure. Cal, if you want to make a knowledge roll, go ahead.
All my 2D. I was gonna say, do I, with the way they're moving, do I recognize their techniques
Oh,
in
let's
any
find out.
way? What knowledge roll would that even be? Just knowledge?
Does it matter considering you don't have any knowledge skills?
No, it doesn't.
Then just roll knowledge.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
you got it. Yeah, you recognize the way these guys are moving, the way they're weaving through blaster bolts and wielding a sword and gun in a cord. These are definitely some sort of Jedi hunters deployed by the Sith to take down Force users.
Which is exactly what I was trained as.
Yeah, incidentally. They're probably from like a different school of teaching than you were, like probably more formalized versus you just being locked in the basement and beaten by your daddy.
Pretty much.
But yeah, you,
I mean,
you
that's
recognize
most-
the general
that's most
concepts they're
Sith training.
employing.
That's most Sith training.
Yeah.
But yeah. I at least know these guys are dangerous shit.
Yeah, they are not fucking around.
Which will change my perception of how I treat the melee attacks going after me.
Alright. Stark, let's do your blastering.
Alright, would this be a head-to-head with the guy that I'm against?
He'll just take a normal dodge, but you are at point blank range, so it's
Okay.
very likely you're going to hit him.
You say that.
I believe.
Hmm.
Alright, so he's just raw dogging his dodge. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, these guys just weave between blaster bolts. And then Cal, let's go ahead and do your melee attack.
Alright.
The good news is they both dodged already, so they'll have to take a different defensive action against your lightsaber.
If their swords can deflect it, then yes.
And if they're Jedi hunters, then yeah, they're very likely to have cortosis waves.
You always have to check.
I guess both of those should have been 66, but it doesn't matter.
Wait. Yeah, that reminds me. Do I take my penalty now or after this one?
You take your penalty now, which is what I fucked up on both of their rolls, but it didn't matter.
Okay. Let me do that now then.
Yeah, and
Thank you for reminding me.
I will take their now 2D penalty into account with their parry roll.
$24.
Ooh, Des good. Alright, yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna hit one.
Yeah, he gets hit, and he's gonna get hit for. Let's roll the D.
What do you have for armor, friendo?
He's gonna get hit for 36 damage.
Oh, Jesus. 16... 18 times 2 is 36, isn't it?
Yeah, so he takes
Yes.
lethal. Or does he not take lethal?
I believe that puts him into incapacitated, but not outright killed.
Alright.
Let me
Yeah, it has
conveniently
to be
look at the
more
rulebook
than
right now, since I'm
double, I
on that
believe.
page. Wounded... No, that's the healing table. Shit. Damn,
Yeah,
sorry, there we
it's
go.
been
Twice the strength roll is indeed incapacitated. Okay, so yeah. You are going to knock him out, but this is still the same round, so he will get to make his melee attacks as well.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will. That is literally how all of this works.
No,
Mm,
that's
no?
He's
the,
incapacitated. He's worthless now.
yeah.
Yeah,
The whole reason why you
even
have,
just stun stops people from doing things. That was why I was asking if it was a head-to-head.
Right,
Second.
but this isn't a head-to-head.
no,
this
but
is
if you
everyone
make a
going
roll
at the
that
same
affects
time.
somebody else's roll, then they don't get their
Oh
turn.
my god, not this again.
I thought that's how that works.
No!
Yeah, but you're being inconsistent now.
Alright. For the sake of this combat, neither of your first attacks were against the people who were attacking you. So all of these attacks are going through. Like, if we have resolved them first, then you still would have gotten your attacks.
Okay.
because nobody specified I'm going to go after the one who's going after me first. So, easiest way to do it is just everyone gets their shot off. So, these will, however, be at a not an insignificant penalty. 4. Alright, this will be after Stark. Would you like to melee parry? You can probably use the butt of your gun or the barrel since these are not lightsabers.
I mean, I do have it trained. I may as well give it a try.
Yeah, now that you've already made your shot, there's literally no reason not to. So this guy
Yes,
is going
this'll
after
be
a base target
2D
number
plus
of
1.
15.
Oh, I may as well not roll. I'm
Alright, well, he misses you and then gets hit in the face. And
yeah,
blip.
I mean,
with the negative for my armor and the negative for having already acted, I couldn't beat my 15 base, but.
Alright, and the same will happen at you, Cal. Would you like to parry?
now if I do that, does that replace the DC, or does
That will replace the DC if it's higher.
and if I get hit and I get stunned, I won't get to attack him, right?
Correct, you will lose your second attack.
I feel pretty good about it, which is why the dice are going to smite me.
Okay. Bonk.
Yeah, just barely.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your strength. He will roll his damage. Damage. What was it? 3d plus 4?
+4, what the fuck?
The base is +2, and then he has a +2 strength modifier.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
damage
Yeah.
numbers don't scale up on dice, so they can go to +3 and 4. Unlike attributes. So yeah, go ahead and let's see your this guy's. Alright. Alright, so you're just going to take a basic wound, I believe.
What did he roll? A 19? I
Yes.
should be.
So it's
Yeah, he
over
rolled-
your strength, so it is just a wound. You are not incapacitated. You are still functional. You just have a -1d penalty. Boop. But you do lose your second attack.
Of course, when I choose not to take the attack, Savin rolls hot fire. I should have known better.
Alright.
I mean, we all know Carl's fate is to lose the same limb over and over again.
It's true.
Repeat
It's
it.
true.
Well, second attack, I'll attack him.
Well, Lilash gets to decide what she's doing
Oh, yeah, you're right,
first.
you're right.
No, if I can
Actually,
no,
no.
she doesn't.
Yeah, we just wrapped around for some reason. Never mind. H1. You get to decide what's first because you are slow. Would you like to continue orbiting the battlefield? Alright, good talk, Mutant Athos.
I loved that guy.
Damn it. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I'm also going to keep my eye out for any more smoke trails.
Okay. Ivy.
Covering fire.
Alright, explosive covering fire. Cal, you hurt.
Angrily yelling. No, I will attack him.
Alright, so attacking
Yeah.
the same guy who attacked you last time?
Yeah, and then the next segment, even if he goes down, I'll use force control to ignore pain.
Alright. So this will be a head-to-head, since you are going after the guy who is engaging you. Stark. Much the same?
I'm not sure if I should try one shot or two. I really sometimes wish there was just a way to not do a thing in a segment.
You can move.
Actually, moving
Yeah.
doesn't apply a penalty, does it?
Correct.
As long as you don't sprint.
Yeah, I'll move to a better firing position and then try to tag the Sith Assassin or Imperial Assassin, if you guys are going to be pedants again, in the back.
All right. And Lilash.
Also, on the point of pedantry, I've long since fucking given up on a lot of you, so don't worry about it. Let's see here.
Just because Saban's right.
No. I'm going to shoot the guy who isn't dead.
Okay.
Wait, no, tell you what, I'm going to move around in the cabin and then I'm going to... No, I'll just shoot the guy who isn't dead.
Okay. So, Not Dead Bro is going to continue to engage Cal. Because he has a lightsaber out, ergo must focus fire. And then, yeah, so H1 and Stark both move. Stark GTFOs the melee, and H1 brings Ivy and Lilesh around for another strafe. Speaking of which, girls, if you want to roll your shoostingness, this guy will do a dodge.
Okay, so I'm going to say this now because even though it kind of benefits him, it'll benefit us later. So if him and me are contested, doesn't that mean our roles should be going up against each other first to see what happens?
There's no reason to do it in any way other than saving time, so...
I mean for dodging, because it's like if you have a contested roll but you dodge somebody else.
You're just going to end up dodge... Like, his dodge doesn't affect your melee since he has to use melee parry.
I know, but it would affect his dice. Like I said, this would be useful for us later to know that if we're in a contested roll, do we still have to dodge against everybody else and then make the contest? Or is it, do we make the contest?
That seems like the point of the turn order and the seeing what happens. Like, I know they're going to get in a contested roll, so I should shoot at them and make it easier for my friend.
But I mean...
It all happens concurrently, so...
Okay.
Fucking, that's not an answer, but whatever.
The way the reactions work out is very awkward. I'm starting to agree with you about that, at least, Scout.
Yeah. But anyway, looks
Yes.
like Lil tags him, so why don't you go ahead and roll damage? And we will see what his...
It's like 8 fucking dice, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to die. Goodbye, friendo. Let's see if you can spite punch Cal. Yeah, he gets obliterated by a minigun, so at the end of this round there will be just a fine red mist where he was standing. But yeah, Cal, if you want to make a melee attack roll, he will do the same.
Okay.
And then die. As 5d. Plus 1. His target number is 15. Yep, okay. So you go first. You easily parry his attack when it starts to come, and then he gets greased on the wall by a minigun. And that's all she wrote for these two guys.
Do I not get to make my force control?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. Just it's no longer part of combat because we're done.
Forget the target number. I'm pretty sure that's enough to ignore wounds for just
Yeah.
a...
Definitely enough to ignore just a basic wound. So, no penalties for you. So yeah, these two assassins fall. One lightsabered in the face, and then the other has been Gatling gunned into a mist. Two of you stand there catching your breath for a moment and then look around yourselves to see that there are many other bodies in this large open section of the floor. There's probably about a dozen. A few of these dead black-clad fellows, and then probably more like 8 Republic troops, or Republic troops with the name tags scratched off.
Is there still the sound of blaster fire?
Yes, it's coming from below you, closer to the ground floor.
Continuing on, then. We have
How
to
you
move,
holding up,
Stark.
kid?
Say what?
How you holding up, kid?
I'm fine. Superficial wound.
Alright. You lead.
Alright. Going forward. So you say the fire is coming from directly below us, right?
On a lower floor, not necessarily like directly below you.
So how thick is this floor?
And if you guys want to just blast your way through the floors repeatedly, you can do that.
I mean, lightsaber through the floor and fall.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely a thing you can do. It's not like you're going to get sued for property damage at this point.
And a lightsaber is probably less likely to adversely affect the remaining structural integrity than a breaching charge.
Alright. Steric, you can stay up through the hole and provide covering fire, provided that it's enough of an angle. I'll at least go forward first and see what's ahead of us. So I'll lightsaber through the floor and try to do it quickly so I can get the surprise when I fall down. And I guess at the same time, I'll brace myself with force control.
Okay. I don't think you need to really roll for that since you've already succeeded twice so far on controlling your body in this encounter. You can just sort of get minor effects like that off, no problem. So yeah, let's skip ahead a few moments as you've lightsabered your way through the floor. Thump! The floor. Thump! And then you get down to probably the third story in this building. You crash down, dust goes flying everywhere. And so, Cal, you have your lightsaber in hand. You look up in time to see some blaster bolts coming in the window here. And there is a ignited red lightsaber, a figure in flowing black robes, deflecting several bolts. They turn around as you come crashing in, and then there is a roar of battle rage, and another lightsaber wielder is flinging at you.
Ah, shit.
What do you do?
The one thing I didn't want to do. So, let's...
Does it look like Ivy?
Yeah, make a perception test, Cal, as this goes down.
Can I make a defense check first before I try to squint my eyes and get cut in two?
Yeah, sure. If you want to do it in that order, you can get a parry off.
Yeah, I'm going full defense.
Okay.
So this is a dice added on top of the DC.
Correct.
So if I get hit through this, absolutely fuck you, Saban. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. The number of dice I'm rolling is 8. So a 35 is the number to hit you.
Yes.
Modifiers.
35? I thought lightsabers were harder to hit with than that.
DC for lightsaber is starts at
Lightsabers give
20.
you an extra dice as well when you
Okay.
parry.
Before we made the rule, if you were like in a lightsaber duel, it was practically impossible to hit anybody as long as you parried.
I
Ooh,
somehow
so
got it in my head
close.
they were
Jesus
30.
fucking Christ, Saban!
Alright, yeah. You backpedal under a barrage of hits from a double-bladed lightsaber. The other end comes on just as she crashes into you. Forces you back. You see several, maybe like 5 at this point. Their numbers have been thinned down considerably. More these poncho and armored Republic troops behind her. A couple of them point their blasters at you, but the rest are still shooting out the window. And
Oh, man.
yeah, roll perception.
Let's roll that perception. Just a 3 for me.
Yep.
Can I roll as well?
I don't think you're in a position to if you're still up on top of the hole.
Alright, I rolled a 10.
Fair enough.
Okay, that is enough. Yeah, this... In fact, you recognize the figure herself, right? You've seen Ivy's mental projection of her sister, Kalisha.
Then I guess I'll just kind of blink my eyes and go, Kalisha?
Yeah, the figure pauses in her lightsaber barrage. Who are you?
My name is Cal. I came with your sister to come and rescue you.
What?
It's a long story. Can we not have this conversation in the middle of the battlefield?
So, because Ivy sent her a letter last session, gotten in communication, she will not call bullshit on your story because she knows, of course, that Ivy is around here somewhere.
If she called bullshit on my story, I wouldn't have blamed her. Got a red lightsaber. Does not breed trust.
No, it does not. But at the same time, yeah, she pauses for a moment and will just say, "All right, back up. I don't trust you.
Fine.
Forgive me for distrusting another red-bladed saber. I've already cut down one today."
Wait.
Kid, what's the situation down there?
Give me a second, Starek. Wait a minute. We're trying to prevent the war from starting up again. You don't seem to be on the side of doing... Wait, who's actually firing at them? Republic soldiers?
Presumably the Sith assassins.
Oh, they're fighting the Sith assassin.
Yeah, like she's standing like with a group of these Republic troopers.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, we're on your side. I'll do you one better. Instead of standing behind you, instead of standing to the side of you, I'll stand in front of you. After all, Ivy's going to want to see her sister again, and that's what we're here for.
She starts to speak, then just shakes her head, thinks better of it. Idiot girl. All right. We're getting out of here. We are getting out of here, right? You brought a ship?
Up on the upper floors. Can you jump it?
I can. They can't. And she'll point to the troops.
Then we're going to have to fight our way out.
Yeah, great. We've been trying to do that for hours now.
Well, you just got back up. Starek, come down.
I'm just gonna throw my synth rope from my belt.
I mean, I was thinking about that. I would say the problem with that there is... Well, I guess if the Master is fine deflecting bolts all day, that's perfect, like, getaway cover for everybody else. But, are the other people here not shooting?
Like, they're shooting out the windows back at the people
okay,
shooting
so
at you.
I would say the main problem with this is that we would basically be leaving one Sith to deflect all these laser bullets while everybody else backs up. So the more people who leave and climb up through the synth rope, which will be a slow process, the more likely we are just to lose what cover we do have. I would at least personally vote fight with the group rather than try to slowly retreat and thin out the numbers.
Kid, I'm glad you have this much confidence in me, but if these guys haven't been able to break out, us arriving isn't gonna break them out. We need to take what we can and get up to the roof and get on the dame. Sure, rope might be a bad idea, so you do your force thing, cut a shaft right up to the roof. I'll jetpack him out.
Well, I guess in that case, can I get a clearer look at the situation? Like, how many people are they fighting against?
It's hard to say. There's at least 2 other adjacent buildings, like across the streets, that are full of people shooting into this building. There's definitely been at least a couple of rockets that have hit this building as well, severely weakening
Are we able
its
to
integrity.
just fire our spaceship gun at the walls of these where these people are fucking firing and get them to back the fuck up for a little bit?
It's a distinct possibility.
Like, we don't care if those buildings collapse, right?
Mm.
On a bunch of Sith troopers.
We have to make the educated risk, and I'd say it's a safe one.
Sure. Hey, Ivy, shoot those. They suck, and they might be shooting at your sister. I think they're shooting at your sister.
They're shooting at your sister.
Sweet, they're shooting
Sounds
at your
like
sister.
fun.
Fuck them up. I will also help, providing covering fire, but probably
I will
more
give
directly
them-
aiming for people than the walls where everyone are.
I will give them double the pew pew.
Actually, I got Ivy right next to me. Actually,
No, you
never
don't.
mind. I was gonna ask her if they know about the informant, but they might not be good people to let know that.
What? Sorry, that
I
sentence
don't-
was
I
made
don't
up
know
of
if-
something I didn't understand a goddamn word of.
I'm saying I'm not sure if we can trust them with the mission. I mean, they're fighting with the Republic's troops, but they might just be like, "Hey, we're getting hunted too, so let's fight together."
Right.
I don't know. Just a precaution, I
That
guess.
is reasonable paranoia, actually.
Mhm.
If it was just Ivy's sister, more trusty, but she's got her master here too, and we haven't heard good things about her.
Ah, her master's great. Just don't cross her master. It's fine.
So yeah, I suppose we're going to start trying to retreat and repel back up after covering fire has been laid down.
Okay, yeah. The dame is indeed able to put down sufficient fire to cause the hunters to back out, to take cover, such that you are able to get the Republic troops moving up the rope, or jetpacking up, probably both at once, really. Kalisha stands in the window with her lightsaber, deflecting whatever incoming fire comes your way, until it's just her and Cal left on the floor.
Yeah, fucking cock. Anyways.
Cal, what do? You and Kalisha are all that's left on this floor.
Oh, well, if we're all that's left, let's fucking leave.
Alright, just force jumping your way up.
It's faster than taking the rope.
Alright. So Stark, you grab one of the troopers and say, "Who's in charge here?" And he sort of looks around and then points at the corpse that's lying on the roof, next to you. That was the sergeant. He was the one who got the call in. He'll just wave a hand towards the other buildings. Had no idea what we were walking into. Thank God for you,
Any
sir.
idea what the mission is?
He'll start to point down the hole, and then as he does so, Cal and Kalisha just force jump up and land on the roof. That one. He'll point at Kalisha.
She's the asset.
He nods. Yes, sir.
Eyebrow quirk. Is there anybody else left?
No, we're it. 20 men
Good.
in, and he does a quick head count. 5 out, plus asset. And Kalisha will just snarl a little and say, "You can stop referring to me as an asset, thank you."
Sorry, Lady Kalisha. Mission first, formalities later. Alright?
And as you say that, a couple of blaster bolts just ricochet off the roofing nearby. She'll nod. "Fine, bring your ship around. Quickly now."
H1, can you bring the dame level?
Which floor are you on?
We're on the
They're on
roof.
the roof.
Oh yeah, we traveled back to the roof.
Oh, you're on the roof. Coming.
Hope you boys can make this jump in one.
The troops look nervously amongst each other as the dame roars up from street level towards the roof. And as you gain altitude H1, you notice on the horizon there are a pair of fast-moving dark shapes heading towards you at good speed.
Ships or
Sarah-
missiles?
Starrick, when you get up in
Hard
here, I
to
need you
tell.
in the turret. I think we got some bogeys coming in.
Ship combat. The last thing I wanted to get into today.
Can I not just be wrong once? Just straight up wrong.
Well, we're gonna need to GTFO. Are we all on the ship at this point?
Well, that's up to H1. Are you gonna like land the ship and let the troops get on like normally, or are you gonna make them jump and not land?
How many of them
Make
look
him
able?
make him jump. We've got a rope ready, at least for like one or two fucking people who spoon it.
How many of them look able-bodied?
I mean, they're all able-bodied like special forces troops, but they look like they've been through hell. They're definitely fatigued and, well, not necessarily injured. They've certainly sustained some blows.
Gotta choose quick.
Yeah,
Well-
those fighters are closing.
It's up to H1 and Mutant Atlas.
What do you want me to do?
Do you want to land
Pay
and let them
attention.
get on safely, or do you want to let them try to jump for it because we got bogeys coming in and we need to jet?
If we're stationary, we're an easy target. And I can't dodge when we're on the ground.
Well, sounds like they're gonna have to jump.
Are they injured?
No injured,
They're
but they
tired
are
as
exhausted.
fuck.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
I'm going to not. I'm not deploying the landing gear, but I will try and get down as close as I can. Maybe sparks as grind against the the roof a little bit.
All right. Let's see what these guys got.
I can hear the screams of the metal. Oh, how they suffer.
All right. Two of them are going to fail. So the first three jump it no problem, and then another rocket comes careening your way, slams the shields, and the ship lurches to the side. Just as these last two guys are making the jump, what do you do as they like teeter on the edge, ready to fall?
I can.
Can I
I'm gonna,
grab one of them with my jetpack?
I'll grab the other one.
I will assist with a rope. Give you
All right.
extra dice or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Cal, if you want to roll control to grab this guy and a rope and like slide yourself to a stop and ascend in rapid succession.
Is that control to add or just control to do?
Control to do.
I should have put all these points into strength. All right. You know what? Just because I'm a little, I'm gonna spend the force point.
All right. Well, it's certainly a heroic act, so you'll get it back at the end of the adventure.
Spend a force point, double my dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Jesus.
that should be good.
Yeah, alright. You just like force jump, grab the guy, and boing up Zanza style into the cargo bay. As Kalisha and Stark land as well. The doors
did
seal shut.
I was going to grab the other guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, you come with that guy. 'Cause you don't need
you
to
have a-
roll, you just have a jetpack. You can just grab him.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, the last four of you board the Dame. Doors close, and yeah, H1, balls in your court.
They're on board. Fucking get the hell out of here.
All right. Let's make a starship piloting check. Add 1d for the Dame's maneuverability.
All right, game.
Okay, 15. That ain't bad.
18.
18. All right. Let's see if the pilots can keep up. So 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1. Or actually, that'll be 6 plus 1.
If I could stop rolling ones, I'd be appreciative.
The number is 18. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh God! See, fuck. They 6. Oh wait, no, I'm also
Six,
on
five,
6.
four. I can't
Fuck
help
off!
it. All right, so you punch it, but the interceptors are in hot pursuit. Blaster bolts start flying you guys' way.
Please man the turret. Those are bandits now. They're shooting at us.
For fuck's sake! All right. I'm gonna let Stark. Oh yeah, this isn't the gun turret. Uh. Hmm. I
Anyway,
don't really have any kind of like sniper pilot in the cockpit. Maybe
so a holdout
Maybe.
sniper is going to do nothing to these
it's
ships,
not a
right?
it's not a holdout sniper. This is a proper sniper rifle still.
Oh, will it do anything against one of these things?
Maybe
I mean,
I
if
doubt
you...
it'd damage the vessel, but it could certainly screw with the visual interface, the sensors.
yeah.
and
I would
stuff.
like to try and if I can blap a fucking pilot's cockpit with a sniper rifle, I can battlefield him.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You could totally just shoot the guy through the cockpit.
I mean,
Yep,
my question.
I'm gonna try to do that, and I'm gonna let Soldier take the gun turret because fuck it, whatever. I've got a sniper rifle. I might as well use it.
And you are on the door gun, not a turret.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I'll let a soldier take the door gun. I'm going to prone against the wall with a rope tied to me and fucking just try and snipe someone in the cockpit.
What does the door gun use?
8D, and it uses gunnery.
Blaster.
Or you get to choose. I believe you get to choose gunnery or blaster. Yes.
Oh, Do I?
Yeah, you
The
can
door
make
gun?
the choice. It's a heavy emplaced weapon, so...
then I'll try the door gun. And with,
Okay.
Hey, you have a fuck ton of dags.
I mean, is Ivy using the door gun? What is Ivy doing?
I
I've
should
been
be on the
using a
shield.
turret.
She's in the
Ivy was in the lower gun turret, I thought. The
Mhm.
one
Okay,
that
then
could,
I'm using the door
rotate
gun.
around and shoot at people on the ground and buildings and stuff, while still, doing starship quality damage.
Alright, let me bring the chase track out. Player, map player. Oh, actually, I should not have done that. Oh well.
Hmm?
I put the chase track on the map layer, which is bad juju.
Oh, yes.
Because
yes,
let me tell you how
understand.
many individual images this Starfield background is made out of.
Oh. See, when I get in a situation like that, I just open paint.net and build a suitably sized one on there.
See, but you're smarter than I am.
I wouldn't call it smarter so much as dangerously overprepared.
Alright. So yeah, let's do the thing. H1, would you like to make a piloting check? Again, plus 1d for the Dame's maneuver. Or actually, no, this is a speed check. And the Dame has 3d of speed. And the two interceptors will try and gain on you. 4,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 7d plus 1.
So we're about the same. Why is that misaligned? What the fuck? Never mind. Don't worry. Okay, that's. I'm just gonna close that. I don't want to look at that. So that's.
Oh.
35.
Whew, baby.
You
Alright.
can-
Yeah, I think you just immediately lose them. However, they are still going to be in system, so why don't we get the gunnery rolls out and see if you can blast one or both of them. Cal, your weapon is technically effective, but it will only do, I believe, 40 of damage against a vehicle-sized threat. Let me confirm that that's actually what that is. No, it will do 2d. Let's see, and Stark and Ivy are manning the turrets, so you guys can make your shoot rolls, and Lalesh, you can also make a shoot roll. The DC is going to be fairly high. Let's.
I might use the force for it.
Okay.
I think trying to snipe a nasty interceptor pilot out of the fucking sky would be a pretty dope shot.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let me pull up the range page again.
9 again.
Stray, did you include the 2D of the Damocles' fire control?
No?
You should include that. Roll 2 more d6.
So 2 more d6, you say?
Mm-hmm. That'd be how it worked.
18?
Alright, 18. And I will have these guys roll their dodge. They have 3, so it's 60 plus 1 now. Is Jesus Christ. Alright, so Ivy will miss and Stark will hit. Go ahead and roll damage, Stark.
Yep. The Doom's laser cannons do 4d, so...
And this thing, oh Jesus, it only has 1d plus 2. Rest in peace, little fighter craft. You tried your best. Oh God.
Oh god.
Yeah, he gets blown to pieces. Or, no, that's your damage roll. Okay, so it's only double, so he still gets disabled. So the first fighter gets hit in one of its wings, a big fire breaks out, and it careens off to the side and just skids to a landing in the sand. Lalesh, would you like to try and snipe the other pilot out of his vehicle?
You bet your sweet baby. So,
Alright.
what's the effects of adding the force?
You double your dice.
Okay.
And the target number is 25 to battlefield dude.
Alright. Jeez, just fucking barely. Look how terrible that roll was.
That was a.
Okay, so yeah, the first fighter careens off to the side, skids to a halt. You know, there's probably like a little pilot ejecting and parachuting off in there. And then the other Stars fighter just keeps coming straight at you. Lesh lines up a shot, squeezes it. There's just a crack of glass in its canopy, and then the fighter just swerves off and slams into a building. Boom! And a big, like, 30 achievements just pop up on Lesh's HUD.
I sure hope that was an important building.
Yeah, all the, like, 100 orphans in the orphanage are
Yeah, it's like
screaming
the
in horror.
achievement Orphan Slayer.
We saved 5 people.
Yeah, we saved 5s of people. Alright,
And
the
then-
interceptors are dealt with. No problemo. And the dame gets away. Pretty much scot-free.
Yeah. Hey, we lost him.
We're still alive. I am amazed.
Should I start making our preparations to leave the system?
Wait. We still have business here.
I will not calculate a jump then.
I suppose that depends on what Ivy's sister has to say.
So, yeah, as the crew disengages from the guns, heads back down to the cargo hold, where the Republic troopers are catching their breath, wiping down their weapons and armor, tending to their superficial injuries. And then there's Kalisha, who's just standing in the middle of the room, or rather, she's kneeling, sitting on her knees, as if in meditation, her lightsaber folded over her lap.
Do I even recognize what she's doing? Probably not.
Yeah, she's meditating.
Is
Come on,
Stray
we all
paying
know.
attention to the text chat?
Maybe not.
No, I'm reading something else.
Frankly, I was thinking
Hang
about
on.
other shit.
Hang on. I was just changing. I like listening to stuff in the background. I was just changing the episode of Star Trek to one that was heavily Garrick focused. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's just... I want to give you a chance to preempt DCL.
Ramble,
Since you
ramble.
should have that.
What? I'm not going to talk to her. I mean, I guess I will later, but fuck.
Okay.
All right. Is she even in the engine room?
Yeah, your sister's in the cargo hold. She's meditating right now as the battle.
Is the difference
rages
between
on.
engine room and the cargo hold?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to
Anywho.
Shadow Ivy just in case this doesn't go the way I hope it goes.
All right. Well, I'm going to disengage from the guns, brush myself off, fix myself up, and then head to the cargo hold.
All right. Yeah, you immediately notice the other Republic troops down there become much more on edge when a second Sith pureblood enters the room. But they don't do anything immediately hostile, but you can definitely sense some eyes on you. Unlike your sister, who has hers closed, with her hands just resting on her lightsaber in her lap.
Kalesha, sister, good to see you again.
Sister, she says, evenly, I thought I told you to leave.
I'm very bad at listening.
She slowly shakes her head and stands up, brushes her legs off. So I've noticed. I'd
Calston.
heard you had fallen in with Republic agents. I guess Darth Siona was right.
More of a happy coincidence. They helped me get off a world I was stranded on. I didn't actually know they were Republic agents until much later on, when we were having fun on Nar Shaddaa. Although, to be honest, I never really asked.
She crosses her arms and squints at you.
What? I am but a humble doctor after all, dear sister.
Yes, just a humble doctor. She'll look around and then, in a lower voice, say, Tell me you didn't come all this way just for me.
A little bit. Little column A, little column B. Still need to know what happened to our family that drove me from space.
Right. Maybe we should find somewhere private to talk. Things have become more complicated since you left home.
Oh, fun. Oh, it quite is. You press this button here, it's a sniper rifle. Press this button here, it's a carbine.
Your
Don't know what
sister
this
just
button does.
covers her eyes instinctively like, oh no.
I only did that on accident once.
And it's a lesson I shall never forget.
Alright. Well, me and my little sister need to have some girl time. I promise that I'll relay anything relevant.
Sure. Put in a good word for me.
As long as you come back alive.
So
who
Kalisha will
knows?
just turn her attention to Cal and say, And what are you supposed to be? Some sort of mutant? A pet that learned to use a lightsaber?
You're not actually wrong. It's a long story. Prefer
I
not to go through
don't
it.
care.
It's really not a long story. Your daddy was a bad man. All right.
Kalisha just makes a like shooing motion at Cal, like go away.
I guess I shrug and go.
All right, and so yeah, before long, Ivy and Kalisha are alone at last. Everyone else has backed off for the moment. And once there's no one else in the room, your sister will let out a deep sigh and just slump back against a bulkhead and wipe the sweat from her brow. Oh, fuck.
That's basically been my mantra for about a year.
I suppose we should start with why I'm with a group of Republic troops on your ship full of Republic agents.
They're actually not Republic agents, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
Well, people say they're agents. They're not actually with the intelligence agency. More like unwilling tools.
They still work for the Republic, though, don't they?
In a way.
Well, as long as they can get me to the Republic, that's all I care about.
You need to go to the Republic.
Oh, don't tell me you came all this way and didn't actually know what you were getting into.
Pretty much.
One of my
I thought it was muted.
Well, one of my favorite things about this whole venture is that whatever happened with, well, whatever went down with either you or our parents has left me isolated from the intelligence community. I know a little bit, but unfortunately, I haven't been able. The one person I trusted to try to tell me shot me in the back.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, it was only a little bit of torture. And besides
Torture?
only for a few hours.
The bitch was right. Damn it all.
You have a full-blown cipher after you, little sister.
I have a Darth after me now, if not two. I'm very sorry I got you dragged into this. It wasn't my intention that my mistake should blow back onto you, but of course the Empire can't just take out its frustrations on one person.
Well, the one good thing about our family name is I wasn't immediately executed or sent to a prison where I'd never see the light of day again. I was just exiled.
I hope our parents can say the same.
I have
Siona
had
told
no-
me that they had been disappeared.
I have had no contact, but also, Mom.
Yes, well,
Although Dad's probably frothing at the mouth by now.
she just smirks a little at that and sort of rubs her arms. So, what do you know about Mass Shadow?
We had quite a bit of fun with it on a planet I was trapped on. So, I was taking my normal tour, having some fun, a little bit of drinks. Woke up on this one planet, and all traffic was grounded for like 3 months. And when these fellows finally came along, I decided to join up with them. They seemed like fun. And we went to go shut down whatever was going on. Turned out to be a mass shadow generator. The last time well, of course, we read about it in, uh, our doctor books. And, well, I know that it's sort of the thing that Revan found on Malachor 5 and the exile activated. But as far
Yes.
as that, we destroyed it and pissed off one very angry guard dog.
Yes, Lord Corrin.
Her lack of elegance and foresight is really distressing.
Oh no, she had all the foresight she needed. Her project was commissioned by, well, some very high-ranking powers. A study into mass shadow, ways to weaponize it, should it ever be necessary again. And then somehow my mistress got a hold of her information.
You really cut out for me. Hang on, let me log.
It wasn't just you.
It was on save and send.
Oh,
Womp
okay.
womp. And then my mistress got a hold of the data.
How is her pyramid of power not protecting you?
Oh, it's protecting whatever she wants protected, which no longer includes me. You see, my mistress got a hold of the information and decided, for whatever reason, that rather than holding on to our new superweapon, we needed to deploy it to finish off the Republic immediately, while all our fleets are still in shambles, repairing and refitting. Our armies are dispersed. But no, now is the time for the Sith Empire to take over the galaxy.
There
Doesn't
has to
sound
be.
like her, does it?
No, this is completely against her nature.
And yet, I found files on her computers saying exactly that. Contacts in several intelligence agencies moving assets for her.
Or that's what she wanted us. This is the worst part of dealing with someone like her. There is choice paralysis involved.
Yes, so I acted. I let my passions guide me, and my passions. Big Sister said that if we launched another war against the Republic, the cost would be insurmountable. The Empire isn't ready for another war. We would win, but I don't believe we would ever recover.
It would be a Pyrrhic victory, to be sure. But also, little sister, as I've told you many times before, passion doesn't rule everything. Some, for the moment, forget yourself a Sith and think of a businesswoman.
I don't have the same kind of cold logic you do. Takes a great deal of willpower not to just rage whenever I see any. She'll just shake her head. Ugh. The Sith code works for me, let's say that, but for now,
So where do you want to go in the Republic, little sister?
I don't know. These men were sent to escort me. I guess you could say I'm defecting now. And she'll reach into her robe sleeve and take out a data chip, hand it to you.
You do know that if you try to quote-unquote defect, the Jedi's method of rehabilitation is nothing less than brainwashing. Turning to the light is just blindly obeying a new philosophy.
I have no intention of rehabilitating, but I do want to prevent this war.
Of course, at all costs. It would destroy our empire even if it would destroy the Republic.
Yes, so when I had the chance, I took a copy of the data from my mistress's computers. I've removed the parts about how to make the weapon, but its effects are still detailed here. I hope that it will allow the Republic to create some sort of countermeasure, or at least warn them about the danger facing them.
I can't help but think that we are two blind women wandering about your mistress's plans. But
Of
we're not
course,
going to take them directly to the Republic as your handlers would have you. We're going to switch the drop at the last moment. It's, well, a spy trick, you see, that I learned from a patient.
she's just like blank faces you like, uh-huh. Fine, I'll leave the spy business to you. I have no idea if this is some test of loyalty I've just failed, or if my mistress has gone insane or consumed by the darkness. I don't know, and I don't care anymore. The bitch is insane, and I am happy to be out from under her thumb. I don't know how you
Do-
did it being a spy. I don't have the patience for it, for any of this
It's
shadowing.
it's incredibly dangerous to assume she's insane. Insane implies gaps of knowledge. She's crazy like a cat hound, but I assure you, she's not insane.
Yes, I'm sure we're caught in some web of hers, but that doesn't mean we can't do some good while we're at it.
So let's just reshuffle the deck a little bit.
So what do you want to do?
Well, first of all, we're going to change your drop-off location, and then we're going to barter it for information. We have something the Republic wants.
And what do they have that you want, big sister?
The most important thing of all, little sister, knowledge. Because what is denied to us from our uh, own intelligence community is certainly known to another.
You want to find out what happened to mother and father.
Yes, therein lies the crux of this entire endeavor. And on top of that, you remember what Daddy always said: no one crosses a broken cord.
She'll smirk a bit and then say, very well, as I said, I'll leave the spy business to you. I'm happy to be rid of that thing. And she'll sort of make a waving gesture at the data chip in your hand. Everything
And
about this makes me feel like I'm betraying everything I ever knew, but then again, to find my big sister here already 5 steps ahead of me as usual, she shrugs. I guess I must be doing the right thing after all.
but betrayal is the first step in patriotism. And remember, everything is true, especially my lies.
You're as crazy as she is. You really are. Crazy like a
Unfortunately, I
cat
can't
hound.
kill someone from another system, but I'm working on that technology.
I'm sure you are.
Oh, after this, would you like to find a stealth field? That seems like fun. We're gonna slap it onto our ship.
A ship-sized one. I've never seen one before.
We were
Sure.
working on the technology.
And she'll indicate her own, like, heavy cloak and say, I had a stealth generator of my own, but it shorted out on me at the most inopportune time and caused this whole firefight. The Rhodian who sold it to me is going to be missing a limb if I ever see him again.
I would suggest asking our droid to take a look at it. She might know. She knows more than her model should.
She? Are you anthropomorphizing the robots again?
Oh no, this one actually has bosoms.
Squint.
I mean, sure they're carved into metal, but still.
You find yourself with the strangest friends.
Oh, come on now, it'll be an adventure. Now come and give your big sis a hug.
So, yeah, do you, like, initiate the hug process, or you just, like,
Oh, yeah.
open your arms? Alright, yeah. She does that thing where she, like, stiffens for a moment when you go in to hug her, and then you just hear a little sigh in your ear, and then an arm around your back.
You're much too tense. I should make you a cocktail. Yesterday was a very good year.
I've given up drinking, actually.
Oh, you say that, but we also have some very expensive stuff. Wait, really?
Yes.
Uh, uh I found you under the bleach. Never mind.
She'll just give a half smirk and say, I've found some new philosophies recently. Some that aren't just raging against the machine.
Oh, please don't tell me you've bought into celibacy. You're just gonna go insane.
I didn't say that. Have you ever heard the teachings of Darth Revan?
It's... Ah... You know what? I don't care that you know this. Yeah, that we had some files on it in my quote unquote, and I'll like do air quotes doctor's office. There wasn't much about it though. Most of that is sealed Sith eyes only. Some stuff we weren't us poor professionals weren't allowed to deal with.
The temple we were excavating here in Tuscora turned out to be Revanite. I had the chance to delve into some of their archives.
Well, I know about the cult.
Oh,
Nice people.
enlightening stuff. Perhaps I'll tell you about it sometime.
Unfortunately, I wasn't assigned to that, and you know how the medical profession is. Everything is
Will you stop it with the
compartmentalized.
medical thing? I know you're a spy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ah. She just, like, reaches her hands up to the heavens. What is it with you and that joke? It's not funny.
It is to me.
Fine, let's...
In any event, aboard my ship, there's a force-sensitive archaeologist. She really likes this kind of stuff. You should talk to her. I think you guys would get along like gangbusters.
Oh, good. Let's meet your crew, then. And she'll, like, straighten up and adjust her jacket and coat and button up her robes again. Go back to looking like the prim and proper Sith sorceress. Then follow
Alright.
you up to the rest of the crew.
Well, Kalesha, this is our angry little cat. He
Cat.
really likes stabbing things.
I feel like you're misrepresenting my character.
You are. Every time we've ever done anything, you've started screaming and waving a lightsaber around.
I don't scream. I simply use my battle chants.
Right, frothing.
Be
This is.
fair, Ivy. He's nice when he has dinner.
This is true. This is the captain of this vessel, Starrick.
Why do I feel so uniquely patronized?
Lady Kalisha, we've already met,
Just
albeit
Kalisha,
briefly.
please. I believe I've lost my patents of nobility at this point.
Well, you'll still keep our, at least, noble title. And, yes, he is our, local ex-commando slash renegade. He's quite fun. This is our droid, H1M00.
She does have
Hello.
bosoms.
I'm a custom model.
I can see that.
And this is our adventuring archaeologist, Lilesh.
I will drop a finished cigarette butt into a little disposal imajig.
Destix.
Yeah. Clap my hands clean and go in for a handshake.
Alright, she'll, like, give you a very stiff one with one arm, like, wrapped behind her back still, and she'll just comment, "You know, those things are bad for you."
That's what makes them fun. That and relaxing.
You know, I've also heard running blaster fights are bad for you.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm putting it down to archaeology rocks, gunfights. Those two are probably gonna kill me before smoking.
What is an archaeology rock?
I thought
Oh.
you said she liked ruins. You haven't been to any
Apparently
fun
she-
ones.
Apparently, she hasn't been to your level of exploration yet. But
Hmm.
yes, I've also tried to dissuade her from smoking to no avail. There's also
Sith-
drinking and sex and gambling.
Sith
You
ruins
drink,
have
like,
less
sometimes.
giant rolling balls and more. You open it,
the giant
it blasts.
rolling boulders, yes.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, archaeology rock.
See, when you say archaeology rock, I assume you mean rocks with inscription. Never mind.
No, that would be tablets, inscriptions, etc. But yes.
In any event, my sister is a student of at least force using archaeology, so I'm sure you guys will get along well. And I did promise some level of transparency. We have data that we need to deliver to the Republic, but I'm also not about to deliver my sister to the drop point that the Republic has designated.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Did they
I would
actually
appreciate not.
designate one?
I would appreciate not being forcibly brainwashed by the Jedi.
Yep, sounds like a poor move. Although speaking of, and indeed speaking of ruins and stuff, what do you know about the Daibendu? Because we've seen some interesting shit recently.
Hold on, Lil.
Hmm?
Let's work out where we need to go before
yeah, I
we
suppose so.
talk about that. I do want
Fine.
to know more about that myself, but let's save that till we're in hyperspace. So,
Fine.
did the late sergeant tell you where he was meant to take you?
No, I hadn't had the chance to converse with any of my escorts before.
You cut out.
You cut out again,
God
bro.
damn it.
Yeah, the reason why I left and rejoined was because we both have Comcast, and I just assumed it was me.
Nah, it's just Comcast. That's what you get for being an American.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then DCO cut out.
Did you
No,
do that on purpose?
No,
I
that was
can't
me.
tell.
That was me. I was changing servers. Fuck y'all.
I just thought DCL was doing a really timely.
God damn it, Scow. Anyway, she will say, I didn't have the chance to talk to any of my escorts. I was on my way to meet them when my stealth field failed and started off this little escapade.
Well, as I said, this group of ours isn't exactly actually intelligence agents. So, when I suggest that maybe we don't tell your escort where we're going, and then bamboozle them a little bit into thinking we're actually showing up where they were supposed to rendezvous, it might turn out to be in our favor. I suggest the planet Aline. I've used it before.
H1, if you bring up the big map, Ivy, can you actually point at it? I'm not familiar.
I remember it well. We'll meet on the one large hub city they have. It's a desert world with arbozoic trees, caverns. There's some lava. It's pretty fun.
Oh no, more deserts. Great.
Okay, well, if you don't want to go to a desert, then we can go to Theed.
Jungles. I would prefer jungles. I miss a good jungle.
Takodana.
I
Theed
actually
is
like
the
it.
capital of Naboo, isn't it?
Yeah, and that place is a boony world. That place is a backwater.
Naboo might be nice, or Takodana, though that's somewhat all the way across the galaxy.
I mean, dependent on what it is you have to give off.
Or
If it's
we
just avoiding the Jedi, then we can arrange that. And I mean, I have old connections on Balmora.
As long as we switch it within 1 or 2 solar cycles, so they don't have. I would prefer not to be on a mainly Republic-held world like. Well, it's about. Hang on, I don't remember. It's about more contested at this point.
It's either
Balmora
already
Oh no,
or
no,
it's
okay,
about
no.
to
Balmora
be.
was actually given to the Sith at this point.
Yeah.
Remember, it's under 30 years of occupation.
Yeah, it's not a good call.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
There
occupied
needs to
by
be
the
a
Sith
civil
right
war
now.
in like a bit eventually.
Oh, I thought it was already in the like Civil War stuff.
You know what? We're going to crawl. It's mostly a lagoon planet. Warm, shallow, salty seas, lagoons. One species of male, one species of entirely female. It's great.
I'm amazed that the lagoon city has lagoons, but color me intrigued.
Mid rim, so it's not too far out.
Sure. Works for me. Oh yeah, although we have a lot of random Republic soldiers, and they're going to do things like strain our ability to eat and life support and all of that shit.
Where are
What
we
the fuck
going
do
to
we
drop
do with
them
all
off?
these rando bitches?
Well, we're going towards the mid rim. We can just stop off somewhere. Sure. Are there any Republic worlds on our way back in where we can? Well,
Or any
because this is
outposts.
my sister's escort, right? They're
Mhm.
going to be hard pressed to leave her unless Starik does like 13 military salutes in Nura.
Or we stop off at Ord Mantell.
All right, be right back. I need to
We could
refill
stop.
my flask.
We could do a supply stop at Ord Mantell.
Sure, that works.
Why are we going
Because
that
we're
way?
gonna run out of. Oh, I don't know where our fucking destination is on the map.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
And the mid rim is over here, right?
Yeah,
but they have to go. Yeah, but we'd have to go through Empire space.
We're gonna be in hyperspace. They're not gonna know.
Yeah, we could do one hard jump to destination, honestly. I mean, hard as in a straight line, not as in it's challenging.
They're not gonna know in advance that we're going this way, even if they have that hyperspace blocking tech laid out real good. They won't know to turn it on. They aren't gonna have it turned on all the time, or half the Empire will starve.
They would pull their own ships out of hyperspace.
And blow them all up too. Yeah, let's go straight to target. No need to fuck about.
We don't want to go straight straight there because of
What?
this.
Why
Ivy's
not?
the one that wants to switch at the last minute.
We don't even have a place to last minute. That was the original assumption. Now it's just pick a place, tell the place, get there, and go. So the quicker we do it, then the less time they have to prepare some kind of innocuous steal the nice Sith sister from us thing. Right? Main. Great. Great. Yeah. Is microphone on here? Tapper tapper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just.
I know Stray is AFK, so if you're waiting for him to answer, then good luck.
Yeah. This is the thing. We need to do this in a way that satisfies the paranoia of two Sith girls.
Surely
You
they
thought-
should have mastered by now the idea of fucking winging it.
And you thought just dealing with me was bad.
You're a different kind of bad, though. Like, your paranoia is very one-dimensional. I've gotten used to
This
your
is
paranoia.
at least 6 dimensions of paranoia, and
Yeah.
every time you satisfy one, they're thinking you're secretly an agent of their dark master.
I was
Yeah,
about to
it's
feel
really
very
not.
Enough to
insulted.
do exactly what they are doing and thinking.
I was about to feel very insulted, but then you put it that way, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, their paranoia is very wheels within wheels.
As for Kalea, though, Cal does have a question.
Kalisha, thank you.
I do like a good old Callie.
Kalisha.
Collect all the Callies.
Yes, but Kalisha, I do have a favor to ask.
Well, ask.
My training's incomplete. I still lack the final school of force usage.
I'm not a Sith master, little cat.
I
I'm
don't
not
need
the
a
one
master. Just somebody good enough to be able to show me the beginning steps.
Tell you what, if you could do us some lessons on the sly, we can hook you up with some fun ruins exploration.
Allow me to put it in our terms, sister. He is a neophyte and she hasn't even begun training.
I've totally begun training. First, we went to the bar and we got super fucking hammered.
I'll just make a C motion.
Very well, I suppose I will need some new mode of occupation, and while archaeology was my mistress's forte, I do admit a certain fascination with it.
Glad to hear it. It's because it's fascinating.
However, I'm going to have to ask that you abstain from the lessons, Lilash.
What? No, fuck that noise. Why would I abstain? I know how to
Jesus.
do force things too.
She's a Sith. The way that she's
Sir?
going to teach the Force is not going to be the way that you want to learn it.
What's wrong with
Like-
being a Sith?
Let
Everything.
Lil sit in,
Yeah.
at least, and let her make her own decision.
Yeah, I'm fine. You worry too much. Plant both my heads on top of Cal's head. It's good.
Like,
Have faith in
dark.
me.
To everyone else, it's just semantics. And also, I highly doubt you could stop Lilesh if she wanted to.
I mean, learning. Whatever.
Yes,
None
yes,
of your
all
lessons
Sith
include
are
like baby
crazy.
eating, correct?
Say what? I couldn't hear you. Both were talking.
I bet. Go on.
Which one of you said a thing? You both said a thing. Now you're not saying
Scout
things.
go.
None of your lessons include something like apparently super evil, like eating babies for their power or any of that kind of shit, right?
They just might, but no.
No. Then it's fine.
Kitten,
I don't care.
silence yourself. No. I don't practice that breed of force use anymore.
Dope. Yeah, if you'll have me along for lessons and stuff as well, that'd be great. And I will thumbs up.
Good. Now I have something to take my mind off the mind-numbing boredom of hyperspace.
Are you a drinker like your sister, or what? Because she could make an entire evening of hyperspace just go away, I'm pretty sure.
No, I abstain.
I'll be damned. Fair enough.
She's partying with the Republic heroes Revan's philosophy now.
I don't know shit about him. He was a great big force nerd, right?
Would he
He was
even have a
something of a yes, he was a huge Republic hero. He was known as the Redeemed Knight.
Oh yeah, but he was
Mostly
totally
being
light side.
facetious.
Well, no, I was talking out of character to DC.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, he was totally light side first. Then he fell to the dark side. Then he, I guess, in canon, came back.
He got brainwashed by the Jedi, came back to the light side, and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go Grey Jedi. And he's, in canon, the most powerful Grey Jedi who ever lived.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, okay,
this
I
era's
was,
canon, yeah.
I was,
Yeah, this world's canon, not...
Yeah, the Legends canon.
okay. So I was trying to be quiet, but it does bother me lots. So does she just basically know Grey Jedi way? Because if you're a Sith, your powers are literally powered by emotion and passion, and you can't just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the other side.
No, you just.
I mean, you
those
can't
passion-
be-
That
those
sounds
passions
like
can
a
just-
thing you should ask her.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And if you're talking out of character, he learned to, still have passion for stuff, but also learn to control it, not just, entirely consumed by it. Largely because of the teachings of Jolie Bindo, whose holocron I think you have.
But the problem is that that was not a common way of teaching at all, and practically no one could actually follow it.
Yeah, it was not a common way of teaching, but it was something made by like Jolie Bindo and
I mean,
Revan.
I'm
And
saying
even
it's-
in like canon, if we're talking about Star Wars canon, what's his name? Qui-Gon Jinn was a great Jedi. There's a reason why he could never become a master.
I'm saying it's entirely possible, but it's very unlikely. And if you're a Sith, if you're teaching somebody the Force, you're probably teaching them the ways of the dark side passion. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to hand wave it, fine. But I just wanted to mention.
I mean,
that.
again, this is a thing you should probably ask her in character.
Okay. So
rather
I'm
than
gonna bring
just
that up in. I'm gonna bring that up in character because Lilash wants.
Before you do, can I just confirm we are going to Krull? We are going directly to Krull. We're not doing much in the way of fucking around with false places, since nobody actually knows the original destination. And I should send a message to someone to actually meet us on Krull. Yeah?
Yeah, at the very last minute.
Okay.
So they wouldn't get time to prepare like an entire strike team effectively.
Saban, fastest route, Narshadar to Krull, how long would that take?
Depends on your hyperdrive, but like a factor 1 hyperdrive would be about 8 or 9 days. Your hyperdrive would take twice that long.
Let's assume that Trant has access to a better one. So I'll want to contact him when we're 3 or 4 days out from Krull.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna ask my thing character. I'm gonna look at Kaleash? What's fucking
Kalisha.
Kalisha, thank you.
Here, let me boop.
Oh, look at Kalisha and go wait, are you saying that you have a means of teaching that it doesn't involve the ways of the dark side?
I didn't say that, but I have found a different philosophy than that of the Sith.
One that you actually have put in practice?
One that I try to practice.
I still don't feel comfortable having Lilash learn it.
But also, it's not your choice.
Listen to me, Lilash. The ways of the dark side, using passion to empower the
Scow
force.
isn't here.
Oh, no, Lilash. Oh, Scow is not here.
Scow is Lilash.
I thought you said Stray for some reason.
What? Sorry, I'm back. Do I give a fuck? I'm sorry, is there something I should care about?
No, DCL, fucking little kitty cat doesn't want you to learn more force powers.
Not
Too
the
fucking
dark.
bad.
He
I'm doing
doesn't want you to get tortured in a way of learning. He's
Don't-
being the supportive big brother, or
Look,
supportive
listen.
little brother that he's always been.
I'm saying this in character. The way of the
Yeah.
dark side is one of passion, and it's almost always a slippery slope down to more darker force users. People often start off with good intentions and end up utter monsters due to the path of the dark side. It's not something that many people can resist, especially not somebody who has no formal training.
Tell you what, if I turn out to, start slipping into the ways of terrible, terrifying darkness, you're welcome to pull me back from the brink and have me stop. But I'm not going to not try and learn a thing or indulge in a new land of intelligence or education just because maybe I won't be cut out for it. That's stupid.
It's not maybe, it's almost certainly most likely.
There's
Notice that there's-
saying there's a chance.
There is a very, very small, minuscule chance that you can learn the ways of some of the dark side and not be tempted to go further.
Okay, cool. Works for me then. Let's do the thing.
Remember when I said you had a problem with gambling?
Kalisha just smirks in the background.
No, I
Ivy
don't
just-
remember there ever being a talk about me having a problem with gambling. I'm
Ivy
pretty
just
sure you had a
wrote-
problem with me gambling. I'm very good at it, actually.
Look, Lilash, I don't enforce myself on any things, but this will be one of the things I do. I'm not allowing you to learn anything related to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you intend to stop her, little cat?
Well, I guess by force if I have to. I could just pick her up. She doesn't weigh much.
Neither do
Oh,
you. You are very small.
Yeah, you're really tiny.
I'm stronger than you, though.
What if I shall stalk you through the halls of this ship with my great evil force powers, bringing the darkness wherever I go?
Honestly, I like this chick. She's great.
Cal
I'm gonna go
continues.
get a bottle of something. Does anyone else want one?
Nah, I'm good, Tal.
please get me too. This conversation is giving me a headache.
Look, Hal, you can certainly try to stop me, but I'm gonna try and learn things when I can learn things. And guess what? I don't want to learn from the Jedi at all. They're really boring.
And they don't let people your age into their order.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure I can flutter my eyelashes, through the whole situation. That
How
aside,
How about we compromise? I'll listen to her theory and see how I feel about it.
nope. Bo just stand there and smile. You could instead just have some faith in me. The galaxy itself runs on faith.
The galaxy
Believe.
runs on the Force. Your faith in it is immaterial.
My faith isn't technically even in the Force. I think my faith is just that things will happen and go on.
That is the Force.
Well, there you have it then. Everything's fine.
I'm still very much protesting this and not willing to let you learn.
You're
You
not going to be able to stop her, Cal.
I can try.
So, for the love of the void, just sit down, shut up, and listen to what my sister has to tell you both. Because words and action mean nothing except for what people are willing to take from it. You place far too much stock in some ridiculous philosophy.
Ridiculous philosophy. I think you forget that I am a Sith. I understand
You are not a Sith.
I've been taught enough. I know where that path leads, and it's not a good one.
You are a Force user.
Yes.
Your father was a Sith, but you are not Sith.
Perhaps, Cal, you would note that I, too, am a renegade from that philosophy. I am not asking to teach you or your friend, the Sith way. I am myself a neophyte in Revan's teachings, but I can share what I've learned with you as recompense for the danger I have put you in. If you would rather not, then it is no loss to me, but know that I am not profligating, raw, unrestrained, reveling in the dark side of the Force.
Sweet. See, Cal, it sounds fine.
You're not helping my decision.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Fine. As long as you're not going to be teaching the beginnings of the dark side, I suppose it's fine.
Okay, cool. I am officially done with this argument and would like to go talk about nerd shit because we're in for a long journey. A very long journey.
Well, I just got back. Sure you didn't want that drink? Well...
No, I'll have a nightcap or something. It's still a long day, and honestly, I'm still like pounding with adrenaline after that absolutely sweet shot.
Alright. I'll leave one here for you. Grab it if you want it.
Thank you. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm good. I'm ready to see what the world has for us.
God, no, shut the fuck up, Stray.
I am literally Sith, as in I'm
Yeah.
a Sith pure blood.
It's literally canon that the dark side corrupts you over time, even if you
Oh
start
my god,
off with
I'm
the
gonna go
mind-
AFK again. I'll see you guys in like another 20
Fuck all of you!
minutes.
That's actual canon, and it's not even like cryptic canon bullshit. The dark side corrupts. Everybody should know that.
It is, but it's also very it's actually real ambiguous as to
No,
how
it's-
much it does.
No, it's not. Like
It
almost
is,
anybody
though.
who practices any of the dark side goes down deeper. It's
I
not
mean,
ambiguous at all.
I just watched, or in fact, I linked a YouTube video to like the Sith Lord who did no evil, who was like a straight up Sith Lord.
Yeah, he was the one out of like how many?
And he wasn't just the one who did that. It's just, I don't want to get into this argument with you, but it is also incredibly in character for Ivy, who grew up in it, who basically is a Sith herself, the
You
race.
Exactly, you should know better than anyone. There's literally scenes in KOTOR where you meet like apprentice Sith who are okay people and end up becoming complete monsters because the dark side of the Force corrupts. That is canon. That is how that works.
And you meet a ton of people in Star Wars: The Old Republic who, like Sith, who are incredibly noble and honorable, and who keep to the honorable ways of the Sith code.
Like which ones?
Okay, do you want me to start pulling up a list?
Fucking I guess. Because apparently I'm wrong about a fundamental canon of how the dark side works, which is the whole reason why I
Because-
have this issue.
The modern way of how the dark side works is that it corrupts everything, and like the pure way is the light. That is with the new canon. The old canon is it was just another way of using the Force, and the only reason why it was a bunch of evil people used it is because it was basically uncontrolled emotion and passion, and the Jedi in the beginning made the Sith.
But that wasn't.
When they asked for a
that's
different
not-
philosophy,
that's not
they
how that was
started
at all.
killing them. They did. There's an execution grounds you can find on.
No, I mean I know the Jedi.
Stray. You're right about the Jedi creating the Sith, but the dark side being innately corruptive. Like, the more you give in to your dark impulses, the more you draw on your evil passions. That has been canon for a while.
And
Before the
okay,
Disney takeover.
I don't want to argue about this ad infinitum, but there are plenty of examples within Star Wars: The Old Republic of Sith who basically just chose like the logical path and ended up becoming incredibly powerful, including your ancestor in the Sith sorcerer storyline. He wasn't
But
for the
it's-
lulz evil. And
But
Yes. There are sufficient numbers of situations where people have used the dark side, been able to control their impulses, and come out on top. And there are also sufficient numbers of situations where people have lost control, gotten screwed over, and fallen into a never-ending spiral of self-destructiveness.
this entire
Both of
argument-
you are entirely justified, okay?
this entire argument has come from the fact that I'm literally speaking in character. I'm a non-force using
mean,
Sith
in
raised
character-
within.
in
Okay, I
character,
guess
you
I'm
should
not going to
believe that
explain
the
it
dark
then.
side corrupts, because that's what they teach. It's like cocaine. Some people take it and yeah, they can like be able to wean themselves off of it, but most people just become hopeless fucking addicts.
It'd be nice if you let me finish.
Yeah, please do, DCL.
Okay.
Unless you've like played as much of the current MMO as Stray has.
Well, I mean, I'm
he's-
going off.
She's going to know better.
I'm going off of KOTOR 2, which one of the first quests you get is you meet a Sith who tells you her whole life story about how she joined the Sith Order because the Jedi weren't doing anything, and the Sith had more freedom to do that. And you get to watch as she quickly gets corrupted and becomes evil. And that's just because the dark side corrupts.
Must have missed that quest line.
It's a staple of how the dark side works.
You played a female character, Saban.
Oh,
You couldn't qualify for that quest line.
Oh,
Anyway, Stray, your point, please.
It's been too long. Let's just get back to the game now. I'm just saying everything Ivy just said was completely in character for an Imperial citizen.
Yeah. Probably is, yes.
All right.
And the cat basement assassin freak freaking out about it that's also in character. So
But I got brought to task out of character for an in-character
okay.
thing.
I think we've had enough.
Yes. Can we please move on?
Fuck it. Fine.
We've been sitting in this hole for like half an hour.
I was just trying to work out what was actually behind
Anyway,
your thoughts.
so I think we can pretty much assume how this journey is going to go for our Force users. Lilesh, which of the 3 Force schools would you like to unlock over this journey?
Ooh, now that it's a tough call.
Because Big Little
What?
Sis here has all 3.
What Force schools are in this game? Remind me?
Control, sense, alter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I already know sense. What would you say is more useful out of control and alter?
In the rules, you have to learn control, then sense. Oh wait,
No, you don't.
it
That's
wasn't.
That's Jedi tradition. That's not a necessity. You can learn them in whatever order you like.
I thought that was in the first edition rulebook.
Nope. It might be part of
it's-
character gen, honestly, but that's not an
No.
issue for us.
No, DCL, we went over this a few weeks ago. It's just tradition.
So yeah, I mean, what are they capable of? What does control and alter do in
Control
system?
is like body control stuff. It lets you ignore wounds or brace yourself for falls or hasten your actions. While alter is this skill for like object manipulation or combined with sense, it can do stuff like read people's minds.
God damn it!
I want to learn to lift shit. Fuck yeah.
Control is self, sense is perception, alter is everything else.
Like let's just take a peek in the old rulebook and see what alter does all by itself.
Alter is
Kind of little in the
Yeah, it
main
almost always needs to be paired with another skill, but alter and sense.
telekinesis
Well,
and
mechanically,
Oh, that-
ninja/kill. Those
good.
are the two powers of alter by itself.
mechanically, any force power you get is gonna suck and be practically useless until you at least get 4 dice in it.
That's fine. I just want to be able to like say that I do the things. Okay. Like
Then-
the reason Lulesh knows any force powers at all is less so that I would be successful and more so that I would do things. And
If you
obviously
wanna
sense
say-
is a bit of a
so,
gateway.
so here's what control does by itself. Control pain, so you can resist injury. Remain conscious. When an injury would normally knock you out, you stay conscious. Hibernation trance. So you seem like you're dead, but you're still alive. Accelerate healing, so you heal really fast. Contort/escape, so you can make your body slip through tight bounds.
Heh.
Detoxify poison, so you can drink death sticks and survive.
You know what? That sounds too useful. I'll take alter.
Control disease, so you can avoid diseases, and absorb energy, so you can do a thing in Empire Strikes Back where Vader just holds his hand up and eats Han Solo's blaster.
That is also cool, but that also sounds very high tier. Nah, I want to be able to just thematically be able to lift shit. I want to be able to make things float.
So yeah,
You can't.
Yes, you can.
I mean, you can, but I've seen the rules for alter to make like control stuff. Even for something as simple as a lightsaber hilt, the DCs are fucking high.
The DC is 5 for a 1 kilogram or less object, or 10 for up to 10 kilograms.
Was it?
And 15 for up to 100 kilograms. If it's just pure telekinesis, that's fine. Lightsaber throwing gets very complicated because that's multiple skills together. That's, I think, alter plus sense.
Also, Alter's other force power is injure kill, the fucking force joke.
Merge later.
Yeah, I want alter.
Yes, DCL?
Makes
Well,
sense.
I want to go through that rule book with the force powers real quick again, because I know
I
you
have
said
it open in front of me.
Yeah, Mirza's
Yeah,
correct.
I'm so confused because I remember reading it and it specifically said the reason why you need to go in order is you got to learn how to control the force within you first, and then you learn to sense the force.
No, DCL.
Okay.
The rule, we have been over this multiple times. That is Jedi tradition. It's not necessary. There is actually in this book a character archetype that immediately contradicts that.
No, I know which one you're
tradition.
talking about, and it's like you can get like a force power sense at start of character, but then it mentions like if you go that way, it's almost impossible for you to learn the other powers because you're stunted training.
Yeah, that is exactly right, and it's almost impossible for either of you to learn powers unless you get a teacher, like
Yeah.
Kalisha or Siren.
Yeah, which I thought that was mechanically in the rules.
No, there's
which is why-
absolutely nothing mechanical about that, other than you need a teacher.
No. Well, aren't the
Trust
rules-
us, DCL.
Okay.
Please.
Yes, you are wrong. Mirza's right.
So
And this
yes, I
isn't
would like
just
to learn alter.
me,
Moving
this is
on.
also you.
Okay. And incidentally, I believe Cal also will end up learning Alter,
Then that makes sense.
since that's the only force skill you don't have unlocked.
Dope.
And you can each put that at 1d. However, I would like both of you to make perception tests. I believe. Let me confirm that that's what I want to make you roll here. Where's the blank character sheet? There you are. That's where willpower is, right? Yeah. All right, yeah. Give me a perception test.
Come on, dark side point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn you for being a bastion of iron will. Ooh.
Alright, so yeah, Cal, you're gonna get a dark side point over the next, 2 weeks of travel to Krull. Maybe it's because you're looking out for Lesh so much, and this, paranoia just eats away at you. Whatever happens, you can tell us how Cal gets this dark side point, but something about Kalish's teaching does get to you while it doesn't get to Lilash.
Well, am I going to get to say a thing and not be wrong for once?
I don't know, are you?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Assume you know, but say it anyway.
Well, let's say, just because Cal has already been trained in the darker side of the Force to use passion, anger, and emotions, since he's already closer to that, even trying to learn an offshoot of that is harder for him, and he's more inclined to go for the darker side. Which is kind of what he expected and was why he didn't want Lilash to.
Okay, so it's his previous training of the dark side that's coming back up to haunt him, while Lesh, who doesn't have that baggage with her, actually is able to properly latch onto Revan's sort of gray Jedi teachings.
I live my life like that guy anyway. I'm my own woman. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, what's she like as a teacher then? Because I will, in turn, if she would like to unlock some xenoarchaeology dice, she's welcome to do so, I suppose.
Yeah, perhaps. She is a cold and distant person at the best of times. She definitely has a temper, however, and anytime you continuously fuck up a lesson, eventually a bulkhead will get punched in or something. Ah,
Oh,
God,
God.
Jesus fuck.
Who did that?
I have no fucking idea, but someone stabbed something electronic.
That's his mic is fucking up.
Oh.
Winter, you're not even in this game. Mute
Bye.
yourself.
Are we sure it was Winter?
Don't care.
I think
Well-
it was, yeah. I could see his thing lighting up and weird clacking noises happen. Ow.
And that's why I keep telling people not to bump into Discord when you're not in the fucking game.
And if people stay muted via Discord, then it's not trying to get input from their mic. It's not going to do that bullshit. It's... Winter,
He's muted.
if you
I muted him.
if you want to
so
be
that his
here,
mic wouldn't
okay.
blast us. Hmm.
Alright. So yeah.
Remember next time, you bitch. Love you, though.
Owned. So yeah, if you also want to teach her about archaeology, she is I don't want to say a astute pupil, but she does pay attention. She's quiet when you try and teach her about things. She absorbs knowledge, but she doesn't seem to want to interact in any way other than just taking notes and just nodding along.
Sure, that seems very much just in her character. I feel like at a point, though, that, I will confess to her there's a step where there is a crossover between just what archaeology as a source of knowledge applies compared to Force stuff. Like, these runes that we've been going to are very Force-centric in and of themselves, like the mechanisms and the way that they work. And I ask if she's able to enlighten me on that at all. Because, as she's noticed, my other friend is a bit of a zealot.
Yeah, so she has heard of the Jedi Bendu. She's not had the opportunity to study any of their temples herself, but she'll tell you that from her understanding, They were a pacifist order from... Yes, sorry, the Dai Bendu, right. It's the Jedi Bendu came later. The Dai Bendu were a pacifistic order that weakened and died out, as is the nature of things, to be replaced by a more martial order, the actual Jedi. She'll sort of spit the name. Before the glorious Sith came to supplant yet another failed set of teachings with even more powerful ones, and then they too will perhaps be swept away by Revan's teachings someday.
Yeah, I will. In fact, I can see how that sentence was going to end. I will try and head it off and go end with the Sith's next logical step to be replaced by the ways you follow now.
Yeah.
Try and buy her into it. I want to see what happens if I can get her proselytizing.
Oh God. You make a perception test. Let's
Sure.
see if you can get her going, and she'll make a counter one.
$13.
Alright, yeah, I think you get like a bit of a reaction from her. She'll sort of nod along and say, "Yes, that's right. The Sith have gone too far into their hole of despair and rage, and the opposite of the Jedi, who hold themselves as emotionless husks. And where the Dai Bendu refused violence, and the Jedi claimed to only use it for defense, and the Sith would use it whenever they please, there must be a middle ground. Some way that the Force's true self, without zealotry of light or dark, can be allowed to exist."
Yeah, it makes sense, and at least somewhat resonates for Lalash. She's not going to start saying that she's a Revanite by any fucking stretch of the imagination, if only because she's just not educated enough in it. But she listens, she absorbs.
Yeah. You've done the equivalent of, like, leaving the door open for a Jehovah's Witness here.
Yeah, basically, and it's like being an agnostic and doing it, I suppose. At the same time, like, there's probably an answer in there somewhere. You're not sure that you actually want to hear one, but there might be an answer in there.
Nice. Alright, yeah, and I think that's how the trip goes for you. Stark, you get to meet and get to know a group of Republic commandos. They're a bit broke up about so many of their troops dying, but they are happy to be in good company, especially having someone around to talk to who isn't the creepy Sith lady or the creepy Sith cat.
Mm. Yeah, well, we'll probably end up sharing a lot of appropriately vague war stories. Nothing that's not vague because any of us are ashamed to be there, or because of
Just all classified.
no, not even because of it's classified. Just this is the sort of thing where if you survived something, you don't really want to run into someone else who survived it, because then that's just gonna be painful for all of the people who, because you're both going to be thinking about all of the people who didn't.
I gotcha. Still, I imagine there's a number of sad drinks and toasts that get made over the course of the voyage.
And drinks with top shelf booze.
Mm.
Yeah, it's better swill than any of them have had for months. And, H1, do you have anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna eavesdrop on everybody.
Nice. Yeah, you. Who are you gonna spend more time watching? The weird force-using mystics or the slightly inebriated commandos?
Hmm. Well, I am going to record Lilesh's lessons for her perusal later, as I did with her previous lessons. But I think I will take more active attention to to all the storytelling. I don't
Okay.
have a sense of boredom as a robot, but
You like to be operating at peak
peak,
efficiency.
peak, yeah, I can't just waste these processing cycles.
I gotcha. Right. And Ivy, are you gonna be just drinking away the trip again?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna spend time with my sister when she's not teaching them, but otherwise, making sure like the doctor's, the room I use as a quote unquote doctor's office is clean. Um, Other than that, booze is nice.
All right. Do you join the Republic troops for some uh refreshments during the trip, or do you mostly drink all by yourself this time?
I'll offer them some, yeah.
Cool. Then yeah, they will warily drink with you. Most of the time when they've seen a member of your species, it's been someone trying to kill them, and now they're cooped up with you and Kalisha, so I think you end up probably entertaining a bunch of questions about your species and culture because they've never had the chance to interact with one of you before. Probably at some point someone asks if they can touch your tentacles or whatever. And yeah, the trip goes by peacefully enough. I don't think Cal and Kalisha are going to end up lightsabering each other, at least not outside of sparring. Though Cal's anger does get the better of him throughout the trip. I'm not a racist, but
Yeah, exactly. These are the Republic commandos, you see.
yes, the
Everyone's
Republican commandos.
The Republican commandos. We're from the fine southern parts of the core world.
From the southern rim. God damn it. Their unit insignia is this weird, like, red and blue flag with a cross on it. You never seen
You
anything
see,
quite
each
like
one
it.
of these stars inside the cross stands for a star system that we fought in for our freedoms.
God, and it's like entirely setting appropriate
It's
too.
in 100% to character, yes.
Excellent. All right.
In that case, I'll play the smug coastal elite.
All right. So now that we know these guys came from the Virginia system,
So, like, you walk in to offer them booze, and all we hear is "Take me home."
take me home, country road. Yeah, pretty
Which
much.
actually blew my mind when that song is actually talking about West Virginia. They're talking about Western Virginia, like with the west part of the state, Virginia, not West Virginia,
yeah.
the state, because the Chattanooga River doesn't go through West Virginia.
That always struck me as kind of a weird way to word your song.
Yeah, well, I literally didn't know that until like a couple weeks ago because I don't know that much about the inferior East Coast.
Well, that's what you get for being a dirty Westerner.
Something, something, welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Anyway, I think we will go ahead and call the session there, and next time we will pick up with you guys arriving on Krull and getting to make an exchange of some
Yay.
very sensitive data. which Darth Siona totally did not intend to happen at all.
Oh,
Definitely.
no, that definitely didn't happen. Also, you remember that droid we picked up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still actually read my character sheet, and I remember I owed him a nude oil bath,
Yes, you do.
which
Yes, you
I
do.
will do.
All right, your
Everyone
sister
else
will
is
never
gonna
look at
watch.
you the same again.
Everyone else gets like you don't even know how we found all these like fold out picnic chairs and like taps to blue ribbon, but we're all like sat in picnic chairs drinking redneck beer, watching you oil up the droid. Like, yeah, that's right, girlie, get in there nice and deep like.
Honestly, I'm fairly certain. You say that my sister would never look at me the same again, but I mean, she would have known by this point. This is the kind of weird stuff that her sister just gets up to.
'Tis a joke.
Next week, she's just gonna disappear for 2 weeks and just show up with a bunch of credit chits from 5 different parts of the galaxy.
And no idea how she got them. Or
But a
every
real
idea.
good guess thanks to that itching feeling.
Oh, God. Alright, well, thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for watching Twitch/YouTube. We will see you guys next time. Have a good one.